The scent of sizzling street food fills the air. Motorbikes weave like currents in a never-ending river, and ancient temples stand frozen in time. Welcome to Vietnam, a land where tradition and modern life collide in the most exhilarating way. One moment, you're gliding through emerald waters surrounded by towering limestone islands. The next, you're deep in the mountains, trekking through golden rice terraces that stretch beyond the horizon. Here, every meal is an explosion of flavor, every journey a sensory adventure, and every street holds a story waiting to be uncovered. But Vietnam isn't just about the sights. It's about the feeling of being completely alive. Whether you're sipping egg coffee in a hidden alley, motorbiking through misty mountain passes, or stepping into a cave so massive it has its own clouds, this country is full of experiences you won't find anywhere else. And make sure you stick around, because at the end, we'll uncover a hidden paradise, a place even many locals don't know exists. But it might just be Vietnam's best-kept secret. Ready for some mind-blowing facts? Vietnam is home to the world's biggest cave, so massive an entire skyscraper could fit inside. Hidden deep in the jungle, Son Doong Cave has its own weather system, rivers, and even a rainforest growing inside. Stepping into it feels like entering a lost world. Love coffee? You're in the right place. Vietnam is the second largest coffee producer in the world, but here, it's made differently. Forget your usual latte. How about a coffee topped with creamy whipped egg yolk or a sweet coconut blend that tastes like a tropical dessert? One sip, and you'll never look at coffee the same way again. Now, let's talk about traffic, because Vietnam has over 50 million motorbikes. In cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, they flow like a never-ending river, and crossing the street, it's an art form. But here's a secret. Just walk at a steady pace, and the bikes will magically weave around you. Speaking of magical, there's a bridge in Vietnam that looks like it was built by giant stone hands. The Golden Bridge in Da Nang is held up by two enormous sculpted hands rising from the mountains, making it one of the most surreal sights in the world. And if you think Ha Long Bay is breathtaking, wait until you see its hidden twin. Just a few hours away, Ninh Binh, often called Ha Long Bay on land, has towering limestone cliffs, emerald rice fields, and winding rivers, but with far fewer crowds. Oh, and let's talk about noodles. Vietnam has over 3,000 different kinds, from the world-famous po to the smoky, chewy noodles of Cao Lao. Each region has its own secret recipe, passed down for generations. Now get ready, because we're about to take you on an unforgettable journey through the most incredible places Vietnam has to offer. The journey begins here, in the heart of Vietnam. Hanoi, a city where the past lingers in every street and the pulse of modern life never stops. The air hums with the sound of motorbikes weaving through the narrow alleys of the old quarter, where each street tells a story. Silk merchants, spice traders, artisans shaping the city's soul for generations. The scent of pho simmering in roadside kitchens drifts through the air as locals gather on tiny stools, sipping strong sweetened café sua ja. At Hoan Kiem Lake, the morning light catches the red beams of the Ngoc Sun Temple Bridge glowing over the misty water. Legend speaks of a mythical sword gifted by the heavens and returned to the depths of the lake, a tale woven into the very fabric of Hanoi. Just beyond, the Temple of Literature stands as a tribute to Vietnam's scholars, its courtyards once filled with the footsteps of those who studied for the imperial courts. But Hanoi is more than its history. It's alive in the present. In the heart of the city, a train rumbles through Train Street, passing just inches from open-air cafes where visitors sit, mesmerized by the spectacle. As night falls, lanterns flicker, sizzling banzao fills the air, and hidden jazz bars hum with soft melodies. And to end the day, a scene straight from tradition. The Thăng Long Water Puppet Theatre, where ancient Vietnamese legends are brought to life just as they have been for centuries. Jagged limestone pillars rise from jade-green waters, their surfaces draped in mist like something out of an ancient myth. This is Ha Long Bay, where over 1,600 islands and islets create one of the most breathtaking seascapes on Earth. Legends tell of dragons sent by the gods, their emerald scales falling into the sea, forming the towering casts that scatter the bay. Today, traditional junk boats glide between these ancient formations, their crimson sails cutting through the water as the landscape unfolds like a dream. Inside the cliffs, hidden caves shimmer with hanging stalactites, their chambers vast enough to feel like forgotten worlds. At Sung Sot Cave, light filters through rock formations, illuminating passages that seem sculpted by time itself. On Titov Island, a short climb reveals an unforgettable sight, the endless stretch of islands fading into the horizon, bathed in shifting hues of blue and gold. For those seeking adventure, kayaks slip through narrow inlets, leading to secret lagoons where the only sound is the gentle ripple of water. Meanwhile, floating fishing villages drift with the tide, their wooden houses a testament to a way of life unchanged for centuries. Mist-laden mountains rise majestically, their terraced slopes a testament to centuries of harmonious cultivation. High in Vietnam's northwest, Sapa unfolds like a landscape from a dream, where emerald green rice paddies cascade down the hills and ethnic traditions run deep. Winding trails lead through vibrant terraces, meticulously carved into the hillsides by the hands of the Hmong and Dao communities. Each step reveals a landscape more breathtaking than the last, with valleys echoing the songs of local farmers and the distant murmur of flowing streams. The town itself, perched at 1,600 meters above sea level, offers a cool respite from the tropical lowlands. Here, bustling markets brim with handcrafted textiles, silver jewelry, and the warm smiles of artisans eager to share their heritage. The aroma of thang ko, a traditional Hmong stew, wafts through the air, inviting visitors to savor the local flavors. For the adventurous, the ascent to Mount Fansipan, known as the Roof of Indochina, promises unparalleled panoramic views. Whether by trekking the challenging paths or taking the scenic cable car, reaching its 3,143-meter summit is a triumph etched in memory. As twilight descends, Sapa transforms. The terraced fields glow under the setting sun, and traditional music fills the evening air, narrating tales as old as the mountains themselves. The road twists and turns, clinging to the mountainside as it carves through a landscape unlike anywhere else. This is Ha Giang, the wild, untamed frontier of Vietnam. Here, limestone peaks rise like jagged teeth from deep valleys, where rivers shimmer like silver ribbons far below. Taking on the legendary Ha Giang Loop, travelers weave through hairpin bends, each turn revealing a view more breathtaking than the last. At the Ma Pi Leng Pass, the world seems to open up. Sheer cliffs drop into a canyon where the jade-green No Quay River snakes between towering rock walls, a sight that feels almost unreal. But Ha Giang is more than just a landscape. It's a world of rich traditions. In villages scattered across the hills, the Hmong, Dao and Tay communities have lived in harmony with the land for centuries. Markets burst with color as women in intricate hand-woven clothing barter over spices, silver jewelry and freshly picked tea leaves. At Sa Phin, the ancient Vuong family mansion stands as a relic of Hmong royalty, a fusion of Chinese, French and local architecture hidden deep in the mountains. Beneath the dense canopy of Vietnam's central Quang Binh province lies a subterranean wonderland, Phong Nha-Kẻ Bàng National Park. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is home to over 300 caves and grottos, with a history dating back 400 million years, making it one of the oldest karst formations in Asia. Among its hidden treasures is Son Jong Cave, the largest known cave passage in the world. Discovered in 2009, this colossal cavern stretches over 5 kilometers with chambers soaring 200 meters high and 150 meters wide. Inside, entire jungles and unique ecosystems thrive, illuminated by shafts of sunlight piercing through collapsed ceilings. Explorers can also venture into Tien Duong, Paradise Cave, a 31-kilometer marvel adorned with spectacular stalactites and stalagmites, accessible via wooden walkways that guide visitors through its mesmerizing formations. Beyond its geological wonders, Phong Nha-Kẻ Bàng boasts a rich biodiversity. The park's lush tropical forests are home to a variety of flora and fauna, including several endemic species, making it a haven for nature enthusiasts and researchers alike. Mist drifts over the Perfume River, carrying the echoes of a bygone empire. Hue, Vietnam's former imperial capital, is a city where history still whispers through ancient walls. Behind the towering gates of the imperial city, stone dragons guard the ruins of the forbidden Purple City, once reserved for emperors and their most trusted mandarins. Though time and war have left their mark, restoration efforts breathe life back into its grandeur. Beyond the citadel, emperors rest in ornate tombs hidden within misty hills. The mausoleum of Minh Mang, surrounded by lotus ponds and ancient pavilions, reflects a ruler's quiet strength. While Kai Jin's tomb dazzles with intricate mosaics of porcelain and gold. Hue's soul isn't just in its monuments, it's in its flavors. The city's royal heritage lives on in its cuisine, where dishes are crafted with delicate precision. Bun Bo Hu, a rich, spicy beef noodle soup, carries the essence of the region, while Ban Beo, tiny steamed rice cakes, are served as they once were in the imperial court. As night falls, the lights of Trang Tien Bridge flicker across the water, and dragon boats glide down the river, carrying the soft melodies of traditional folk songs. Ocean waves crash against golden shores as a city rises between mountains, rivers, and endless coastline. Da Nang is a place of contrasts, where ancient legends and modern life blend seamlessly. At the heart of it all, the Dragon Bridge coils over the Han River, its golden body shimmering under city lights. But this is no ordinary bridge. On weekends, it comes alive, breathing fire and water into the night, an unmissable spectacle that fills the air with energy. Beyond the skyline, the Marble Mountains stand like silent guardians, each peak named after the 5 elements. Hidden caves, ancient temples, and secret tunnels weave through these towering formations, revealing a world untouched by time. For a different kind of ascent, the Golden Bridge at Bana Hills offers something surreal, a walkway in the clouds, held up by the massive hands of a forgotten giant. Closer to the sea, Mai Kea Beach stretches endlessly, a paradise for surfers, swimmers, and anyone drawn to the rhythm of the waves. And when the day winds down, Da Nang's street food scene takes center stage. From the rich, turmeric-infused mi quang to the sizzling crunch of bun zeo, every dish tells a story of the region's bold flavors. Golden light flickers on the water as lanterns drift along the Thu Bon River, their reflections shimmering like scattered stars. This is Hoi An, a town where time slows, and every street feels like a story waiting to be told. Once a bustling trade port, Hoi An's ancient alleys still whisper the echoes of merchants from China, Japan, and Europe. The town's architecture is a blend of cultures: ornate Chinese assembly halls, wooden shophouses with French balconies, and the legendary Japanese covered bridge, standing as a symbol of connection across centuries. By day, tailor shops craft exquisite silk garments in hours, while hidden courtyards offer glimpses of artisans carving, painting, and preserving traditions that date back generations. As evening falls, the streets come alive. The scent of grilled satay and steaming bowls of khao lao lingers in the air, while market stalls glow under the soft light of hanging lanterns. But the true magic of Hoi An happens on the 14th night of each lunar month. The town dims its electric lights, and the full moon lantern festival begins. Locals and travelers alike release glowing paper lanterns onto the river, each carrying a whispered wish, a silent prayer, transforming the water into a sea of floating light. A sea of motorbikes flows through the streets, their headlights flickering like fireflies in motion. Welcome to Ho Chi Minh City, where history, modern energy, and non-stop movement collide in Vietnam's most electric metropolis. Skyscrapers tower over colonial-era facades, while the scent of grilled street food mixes with the bold aroma of Vietnamese coffee. Mornings start in lush parks, where locals practice Tai Chi beneath banyan trees, as the city wakes with the rhythm of honking horns and steaming bowls of pho served at bustling food stalls. On Jong Koi Street, grand remnants of the past still stand. The Notre Dame Cathedral Basilica, built from imported French bricks, and the Saigon Central Post Office, designed by none other than Gustave Eiffel. But beyond its elegance, the city holds deeper stories. At the War Remnants Museum, history unfolds through haunting photographs and powerful exhibits. Beneath the earth, the Cu Chi tunnels reveal a hidden world, a vast underground network once used by Vietnamese fighters, stretching over 200 kilometers. As Ho Chi Minh City shifts into the evening, Bui Vien Street erupts with neon lights, music spilling from every corner, and street vendors serving sizzling plates of ban trang nuong. For a different kind of view, a Saigon River cruise offers a moment of calm as the skyline glows, reflecting a city that never stops moving forward. The river moves like liquid gold beneath the rising sun, its waters reflecting the endless motion of life. In the Mekong Delta, Vietnam's heart beats in the rhythm of the tides, where the waterways are not just routes of travel, but the foundation of an entire way of life. In the floating markets of Kai Rung, wooden boats bob and shift as merchants call out their daily wares. Piles of mangoes, coconuts, and dragon fruit glisten in the morning light, while steaming pots of noodle soup send curls of fragrant broth into the air. This is a world where deals are made over the splash of paddles, and commerce flows as naturally as the river itself. Beyond the markets, the delta unfolds into a mosaic of emerald rice paddies and lush orchards. Villages built on stilts line the waterways, their houses swaying gently with the current. Here, the simplest journeys happen by boat. Schoolchildren paddling to class, fishermen casting their nets, and farmers bringing their harvest to shore. For those seeking the wild side of the delta, Tram Chim National Park is a sanctuary of life. Rare birds glide over flooded forests, their calls echoing in the quiet, as lotus flowers bloom across the glassy waters. It's a place where nature and tradition exist in perfect harmony. The wind carves patterns into endless dunes, shifting and reshaping the landscape like an artist at work. In Mui Ne, Vietnam's coastal oasis, golden sands stretch for miles, meeting a sea where adventure and tradition collide. At the white sand dunes, waves of ivory rise against the blue sky, their peaks rippling in the wind. Here, adventure takes many forms: racing ATVs over rolling slopes, sandboarding down steep descents, or simply standing still, watching the desert meet the horizon. Closer to town, the red sand dunes burn in shades of copper and gold, their shifting tones making sunset a spectacle unlike any other. The landscape changes again at the fairy stream, where scarlet and white limestone formations tower over shallow waters that cool bare feet. Further along the shore, The Mui Ne fishing village bustles with movement as colourful wooden boats return with the morning's catch, their decks overflowing with fresh seafood, while vendors call out the day's best bargains. Out on the waves, the wind never stops, and neither do the kite surfers. Mui Ne's steady gusts make it one of the best places in Asia for kitesurfing and windsurfing, where the ocean becomes a playground of sails and soaring figures. A cool mist clings to the hills, and the scent of pine drifts through the crisp morning air. Nestled in Vietnam's central highlands, Da Lat feels like a world apart, where flowers bloom year-round and the pace of life slows to something almost dreamlike. At the heart of the city, Xuan Huang Lake shimmers like glass, its surface reflecting swan boats and colonial-era villas. Nearby, cafes serve Vietnam's famously rich weasel coffee, best enjoyed with a view of rolling pine forests stretching toward the horizon. Beyond the city, adventure awaits. Da Tan La Waterfall crashes through a jungle gorge where thrill-seekers race down the winding alpine coaster, weaving through the trees before arriving at the misty falls below. For something truly surreal, the crazy house twists and turns like something out of a fairy tale, with staircases leading to hidden rooms, tree-shaped tunnels, and balconies that feel like floating islands. As the night unfolds, the Da Lat night market hums with life. Lanterns flicker above stalls overflowing with fresh strawberries, grilled sweet potatoes, and sizzling ban trang nuong, a crispy rice paper snack often called Vietnam's pizza. The scent of barbecued meats fills the air, blending with the laughter of vendors and travelers alike. Waves lap gently against golden shores as palm trees sway in the warm breeze. Off Vietnam's southern coast, Phu Quoc emerges like a tropical dream, where crystal-clear waters, lush jungles, and vibrant markets create the ultimate island escape. The journey begins high above the sea on the Hon Tom cable car, the longest sea-crossing cable car in the world, stretching nearly 8 kilometers across the Gulf of Thailand. Suspended in mid-air, the view is breathtaking. Tiny fishing boats dot the turquoise waters, while emerald green islets rise like jewels from the sea. Along the coast, Long Beach stretches endlessly, its golden sands fading into the horizon. Further south, Sao Beach glows with powdery white shores, where the water is so clear it feels like stepping into a postcard. Inland, the island's wilder side comes alive in Phu Quoc National Park, where ancient trees tower overhead and waterfalls cascade into untouched pools. At the heart of it all, the Phu Quoc night market pulses with life. Stalls overflow with sizzling seafood, vendors carve fresh tropical fruits, and the scent of grilled sea urchin drifts through the air. Here, flavors are bold, the atmosphere electric, and every bite tells the story of the island's rich culture. Our journey through Vietnam ends far from the bustling cities and tourist trails, in a place where the mountains whisper, rivers carve through valleys, and life moves to the rhythm of nature. This is Pu Luong Nature Reserve, a hidden world of emerald rice terraces and mist-covered peaks. Here, stilted wooden houses perch on hillsides, overlooking rice paddies that cascade like stairways into the valley below. Winding paths lead through forests where waterfalls tumble into crystal-clear pools, and water wheels, built entirely of bamboo, still turn as they have for centuries, feeding life into the fields. For those who seek adventure, the trek to Pu Luong's highest peak reveals a world untouched by time. At 1,700 meters above sea level, the view stretches endlessly, mountains rolling into the horizon, villages nestled like hidden secrets below. Along the way, buffalo graze lazily, and the air carries the distant echoes of village life. But Pu Luong is more than landscapes. It's a place of people. The Thai and Hmong communities have lived here for generations, their traditions woven into daily life. Staying in a family homestay means waking to the scent of wood-fired cooking, sharing meals made from the land, and listening to the quiet stories of those who call this place home. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through Vietnam. From the misty peaks of Ha Giang to the hidden paradise of Pu Luong, we hope these destinations have sparked your sense of adventure. Which place from this video captured your imagination the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an adventure. Safe travels, and remember, the world is waiting for you, one unforgettable destination at a time.